we got our box secured. We had the GelMagic, remember, along the edges and stuff. Now I'm going to take a Utah tube and a cartridge and a mixing tip and put 100% fillets all around here. I also I first wetted out the edges along the seams here, because I didn't want, you always want to put at least one coat of mixed epoxy, straight, A and B, to pre-wet and kind of cure. So when you put in the GelMagic, you don't get a dry joint. The plywood doesn't suck up all the juice out of the GelMagic and give you a dry joint. So I've got this, and I coated. While I was doing the seams, I thought, well, I've got a little bit extra epoxy left over, so I went ahead and took my 3-inch flexible putty knife and then just coated the inside of the box. You want to do this anyway because it's going to be difficult paint. We got the hatch in here, but I'll give it one more coat after I get the fillets in. But let's go ahead and you can start seeing the color change in the dabble all over the floor. Sometimes I'll take out the first little bit and mix it for something else, just in case it doesn't want to, that first inch or two coming out doesn't have the correct mix. Okay. When I was up at the Port Townsend Boat Show, I saw that some of the System 3's competitors now have their form of GelMagic in the Utah tube, but it's not GelMagic. I mean, this stuff just goes on so quickly. I'm going to come back with a popsicle stick and smooth them down a little bit. You can see why this is my choice for when I'm jump stitching the panels that I have with the way I design my boats. This stuff just cat's meow. Doesn't take a lot, but we'll come back tomorrow and fill at the interior. The faster you go, it's been a while since I've done this, so the faster you go, the smoother the surface is of the bead. If I wanted to jam it into the, can you see where I'm going now? I would go in the direction of travel. That squirts more down there. Okay, I've got, these are little stiffeners along the sides, and I'll put fillet material on them, and I've already given them a coat of, the first coat of sealing epoxy on the inside. There, I got one more thing to do and we're done with that. Yeah, I got a piece of plastic tubing here. I'm going to just round them down a little bit. Kind of smooth them out. It helps when you're making the fillet that the GelMagic underneath has a smooth surface to it. Okay, so much for that step. Okay, now we're setting in here. Okay. I got the bag, got my fillet material in the bag, and I can feel it getting warm, so you want to get as much out as quickly as possible. The less concentrated it is, the less heat it produces, and then it kicks in a little slower. There my little cups go. And I got these little wing guys here, and might as well give them a quick fill. Okay, we're going to use, I got an old tip, used tip from off a GelMagic tube. Has a nice radius that I like to use for these kinds of things. It cleans up well. This is going to be on the inside, but I guess I can clean some of that up. There we go. Do the other one now. You can see where the windrow is and just kind of flake it away. This is going to be inside, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I would wipe it up if it was going to be. Okay. Take some of the excess. Put it in the corner here. This will be on the inside, but you want to get a little bit of cleanup going because you don't want any rough edges in here. When you stick your hand in to do something, you don't want to come out with blood on it. I got to worry about that bag kicking on me, so I can't waste too much time on it. I got one more thing here I want to do off camera. This is the inside of this seat. I guess I can show it up here. Camera here. And you can see the thickening ring here for the screw depth. And I've already taken some epoxy and coated the inside of the first coat anyway. Once I get done with the filleting here, I'll give it another coat. And this should be enough. I may or may not, I won't glass the inside, but this edge gets tape on the outside. But we'll see that when we come to it. Okay. Get back to this guy. And being as you can see, this has already been stained and epoxy on the inside of the seat. So I'll have to, so it's pretty much finished. I may give it one more coat, I doubt it though. Okay. A lot of times I don't make a bag that full. Smaller batches. Okay, I'm mixing up some more. I got my marks here for high and low. I'll go ahead and give you a little bit. I find that when I'm using that stuff, or the part A, it's stiff, so I'll put it in the bottom and just tap the cup until it's down to the line. The part B, the green, is free flowing, so it goes in fairly easily. What I did here was I've got the center of the that I cut out of the seat that we just filleted was the correct size, but when I did the ring for the back one, it was I cut it out too big. Somewhere along the line when I was drawing the circle or changing instruments from one panel to another, I hit the adjustment screw and made it bigger. The outside diameter is correct, but the inside, so when I drill the holes, the screws are probably going to wind up right on the cup. So got a little plastic bag here. It's like a cement mixer. Just hold the stick to the side and twirl the cup, and it just comes out. Into the bag. I didn't make as much this time because I don't know how much this is going to take, and I want more working time. Okay, I'll clean that up in a second. I try to clean up my cups as quickly as possible so I can reuse them. And I got it down into the bag and kind of force it all into the corner. Put a knot in it. Okay, let's force this stuff down in, so I'm probably going to go ahead and make a pass. Get a narrow bead so it'll slide all the way to the bottom. That'll make it settle a little more, slump some. I've also got shipping tape around the perimeter of this inner one. That stuff down here, man. Well, I've already got it out. I put a brace under here and took my hammer. I wanted to do that in private in case anything bad happens. So now I can take this out, and you can see the shipping tape around it. So now I can take my knife and clean this opening up, and you can see I've gained this much room around the perimeter that I overcut. And so now that I know that this one was the correct size and I used it as my plug, that the hatch will fit this new opening. So if they don't find you handsome, okay, one of the things I'm doing now is just cleaning up the seams. They don't have to be pretty. I've already taken a chisel and gone down along the edge here and got any nasty things that might want to dig you later on. So that's pretty smooth. You're not going to be feeling around up in here anyway, because you know that's where the spiders live. At least mine do. So you go ahead and clean this out, and I'll come back and we'll put some straight epoxy on the inside. Everything's got to get coated now. These guys have cured on the inside. I'm not going to worry about sanding them down because they'll never see the light of day again, but I do want to get another coat of epoxy on here and another coat along the seams. You really want to make certain that these cut ends are epoxied off, because the surface will repel more stuff, but these open ends here are just like sponges. They're going to suck any moisture into it that they can get their little fibers on. So always give them a really good coating. Just soak them till they don't shine, or till they're shiny. Okay, we're going to this has already been coated twice, so I'm not going to worry about it. But these edges in here need a little bit, so just pour some on them. Scrape it along. You can get pretty even batches this way. And don't make up too much, because doing it this way goes a long ways. I guess if I was really particular, I would roll it out afterwards. It tends to self-level anyway. Let's just tip it back and pour it that way. Okay. You're wondering, Warren, where are the toothbrushes at? Well, my good supplier of toothbrushes is, kids have all grown up and empty nesters, and my other good supplier of toothbrushes, everybody's gone to those damn Sonicare. So I found these Chinese acid brushes. I can get them 8 for $1 at my local do-it center. So and then figure out I can afford that. Probably cheaper than buying 4 or 5 toothbrushes at the dollar store. Remember, you're going to get condensation in here. If you got your boat inside or even outside under a tarp, it probably behooves you to take the hatches off and let the insides breathe. I've got the stern hatch panel back in the hull again. I've got some GelMagic I just put in along here. I was going to do that the other day when I did everything else, but I didn't have this thing fixed. But you can see it cleaned up really well. So, you know, another day it'll be a lot harder. Usually when you put your fillets like thick like that, I usually like to have them go a couple days before I do anything with them. But I got to get the hashes, so they'll be there that way probably for a couple weeks before anything happens. So you can see if you make a mess or you screw up something, you can fix it.